Nurseries and preschools provide early years and childcare for children aged from a few weeks old to those about to start primary school. Nurseries usually operate for 5 days a week all year, offering places from half a day to full-time care from birth. Preschools also operate 5 days per week for children over 2, but only during term time. Some 2-year-olds are eligible for 15 hours per week free childcare, for example if you receive certain benefits. All 3 to 4-year-olds in England can get 15 hours free early education or childcare. Some children will also be eligible for an additional 15 hours based on family income. All children in England between the ages of 4 and 16 are entitled to a free place at school. Legally, a child must start school the term following their 4th birthday. Children are expected to start school the September following their 4th birthday and attend reception. You must apply for your child's place in reception, and this is usually done through the council website. Generally, from the age of 5 to 11, children attend primary school. Secondary school starts at the age of 12 and finishes at the age of 16. Most state-funded schools have to follow the national curriculum. The national curriculum is organised into blocks of years called key stages. At the end of each key stage, the teacher will formally assess your child's performance. At the age of 4, children start reception, which falls under the early years foundation stage. Key stage 1 is from 5 to 7 years of age, Key stage 2 from 7 to 11 years, Key stage 3 from 11 to 14, and Key stage 4 from 14 to 16. Your child might be able to get free school meals if you are receiving certain benefits. By the end of each summer term, the school must write a report on your child's progress and talk it through with you. During Key Stage 4, most pupils work towards national qualifications, usually GCSEs. Special Educational Needs and Disabilities, SEND, can affect a child or young person's ability to learn. They can affect their behaviour or ability to socialise, for example, they struggle to make friends. Reading and writing, for example, because they have dyslexia. Ability to understand things. Concentration levels, for example, because they have ADHD. Physical ability. If you think your child may have special educational needs, contact the SEND coordinator, or SENCO, in your child's school or nursery. Contact your local council if your child isn't in a school or nursery. If your child is diagnosed with SEND needs, they may be eligible for SEND support given in school, like speech therapy, an Education, Health and Care EHC plan, a plan of care for children and young people aged up to 25 who have more complex needs. Attendance and absence. If your child is enrolled in school and doesn't turn up, even if they're only absent for a day, you will be contacted by the school. You can be prosecuted if you don't give your child an education. You can only allow your child to miss school if they're too ill to go in. If your child is ill, it is important to phone the school first thing in the morning. It can be tricky deciding whether or not to keep your child off school when they are unwell, but the general guidance given by NHS is: you can send your children to school with a minor cough and cold, sore throat, head lice and nits. You can keep your children off school if they have a fever, if they are vomiting and have diarrhea. You have to get permission from the head teacher if you want to take your child out of school during term time. You can only do this if you make an application to the head teacher in advance. There are exceptional circumstances. It's up to the head teacher how many days your child can be away from school, if leave is granted. You can be fined for taking your child on holiday during term time without the school's permission. Local councils and schools can use various legal powers if your child is missing school without a good reason. They can give you a parenting order, which means you have to go to parenting classes, an education supervision order, a school attendance order, a fine, sometimes known as a penalty notice. This may be doubled if it is not paid promptly. You will be given support to improve attendance if this is an issue. However, in some cases, if attendance fails to improve, the local authority may choose to prosecute, which can result in large fines, a community order, or a jail sentence. Every school has a behaviour policy which lists the rules of conduct for pupils before and after school, as well as during the school day. You can ask the school for a copy of the policy document. Schools can punish pupils if they behave badly. Examples of punishments, sometimes called sanctions, include a telling off, a letter home, removal from a class or group, confiscating something inappropriate for school, for example, mobile phone, detention. This could include leading a pupil by the arm into a classroom. If you disagree with the way your child's been punished, first talk to the head teacher. If you're not satisfied, ask for a copy of the complaints procedure. Head teachers can exclude your child if they misbehave in or outside school. Your child's school will let you know about an exclusion as soon as possible. They'll follow up with a letter telling you how long your child is excluded for and why. For the first 5 school days of an exclusion, it's your responsibility to make sure your child isn't in a public place during normal school hours, unless there is a good reason. You might be prosecuted if your child is found in a public place when they're not supposed to be. There are 2 kinds of exclusion: fixed period, suspended, and permanent, expelled. A fixed period exclusion is where your child is temporarily removed from school. They can only be removed for up to 45 school days in 1 school year. Permanent exclusion means your child is expelled. Your local council must arrange full-time education for the 6th school day.